This music is a little too peaceful for what's going on in our story.
Definitely.
But does anyone want to earn a hero point? Because we're
I would like to.
Where we are, so you to recap last session.
We all start with the hero point.
We're not we're not going back up to hero point since we're just entering combat.
I feel like this is exactly when we would need to, since we're just entering combat.
The most opportune, I'm sure.
I do have.
Who do some people not have one?
I don't think I have one. I don't have any marked.
I haven't done anything to use it.
Okay.
Who am I? Sorry, I'm letting my character.
Now you got all these characters to juggle.
What? I'm not coming up there to talk to you. You came down here, remember? You're gonna wait until now?
Doesn't look like I have one either.
You can talk to me in the morning. It's time for you to go to sleep. I love you.
Roasted her.
So who's gonna do the? Who's gonna earn a point?
I think Donnie should have to confess.
I think there was one in the pool though.
There was one pool hero point.
Have you ever hit a pool here?
Olivia, it's not happening. Go to sleep.
Like a summary where everybody says one word and we have to like summarize it that way.
I mean, I have recap stuff ready unless
you can go ahead and say Jimmy.
You're ready, good.
Okay, so we went back to the Barton compound, and then we noticed that Callan was spying on us, and he wanted to warn us of Demont and how we shouldn't be working with him because he's sketchy. He runs the Soul Company, or the Soul Company runs the docks, and a lot of the members of the Rusted Watch broke off and went to the Soul Company. We went and met with Demont anyway, and he was telling us that he had to need some time to acquire a ship for us. And he pulled out 4 theater tickets for us while we waited for news of the ship. They were tickets to see Lost at Sea. Me and Booker broke off and went shopping at the market, and Drace and Luca ended up at the Zelian Shrine. It was in good shape despite the presence of the shroud, and the girl from Greenflower Farm was there, Maggie Hammond. She was staying in Harpool with cousins, and her husband died in Greenflower during the battle. We all got ready and we went to the show. And shortly after the show started, we had guns drawn on us and led to the back. And we ran into the Booker, and some words were exchanged. And we left off with May getting a little hot-headed and going after him, despite the fact that we were severely outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
A little hot-headed.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are. At
our funeral.
I think I'm...
Say again?
No, I think I was down hero points, but when I went back down to level 7 after I leveled up, it looks like... Oh no, okay. That's right.
Oh, good.
Because at level 8, my hero points would have been, like, higher. And okay, so never mind. I'm good.
Well, here we are in the back of the theater in Lewis Booker's office. And we are going to jump right into initiative after there was a double team attack against Booker by Booker and
Levlin.
Oh, his name I always spell wrong. And he took the attack, shrugged it off, and unleashed an aura of his own, which caused a little bit of damage to you guys.
Yeah, just a little bit. We were just at the point where we had rolled initiative, right?
Yes.
All right, then I am going to use my battle cry at this point. As when we roll initiative, I get a free intimidate check. A free intimidate check.
Okay. are you going to intimidate Lewis?
Unfortunately, don't like my chances there. So, after kind of attacking him and pulling back, I'm going to intimidate the guy that was directly behind me.
Okay.
24 versus his will DC.
That is a success.
Okay. So he's intimidated.
And what does that mean mechanically?
He's frightened.
So, like, okay, -1 to this stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Well, we are first in initiative order, which is Bessie. You're the first to act.
Did he hit
Can you
both of us before we go? I just want to make sure my HP is right.
Lewis did hit everybody.
Okay.
How much was it though?
Yeah.
By a lot.
I took 7.
I don't. So, like, 7 was probably. Well, you have a resistance, so how much did you take?
Yeah, it was 10, but I took 7.
My hit points are 39 right now, so somehow or another I'm down 46 hit points. So I think I crit failed, so that is also very possible.
Nah, messing with the levels must have changed my HP.
Same. I don't know what my because like now I'm at full HP.
Okay, well, let's just. Well, then I'm gonna just give you the save because I don't want to do more damage than you potentially may have
You
taken.
can go back and watch the end of the last one and then see what the damage was.
I could do that, but
Or
I
we
don't
could just
feel like
re-roll
it.
the save for everything and potentially all go up in HP.
I don't think I could come out any better than I did out of that scenario.
well, you guys just take 10 HP off of your max
All right.
and start there.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's
You
okay,
did
it's
tell
fine.
me
I
to be
should've-
ready for level 8.
It's my fault.
I should have written it down.
I just ignored him and didn't level up, so that was.
So the guy with a gun
Okay.
pointed at May, his hand is now shaking a little bit, and Bessie, you're first to act.
Okay. I'm thinking, oh fuck. We got these guys. There's a bunch of guys in the theater while the show's going on. If we could just like back it up a second. So I'm not quite sure what it does, but I'm gonna look to the watch or to the bracelet that Matt Demon gave me, aka beloved Jeffrey. I'm gonna start fiddling with it while I guess sort of simultaneously as when the attacks are happening that May's doing and intimidating and stuff to try and see if I'm like, whoa, no, let's back it up for a second.
Make an Arcana check for me, please.
21.
21. Okay. Roll a d4 for me, please.
Three.
Okay. Yeah. So you look at the watch. There's like a little. There's like almost like a. It doesn't look like a gear because it's like mostly solid metal, but you can see that you can rotate it. Like you can rotate the gear on there. You start thinking with that. I'm gonna say that costs you 1 action. You have 2 actions remaining.
Seemingly has done nothing.
At this point, it's done nothing.
Okay, so then I'm going to Oh, I'm like, I know I just picked a spell, but that's for level 8. Shit. Okay. I'm going to try a 4th level spell for suggestion. I'm gonna cast it on the guy, on the OG Booker.
Oh.
You're gonna cast suggestion.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like, you don't want to do this. You want to let us go. We can do this another time when it's more fair. Don't ambush us.
Okay.
You want to see if May has learned anything out of all of this, right? Ambushing us ain't gonna do it.
Will save.
Yeah.
Won't save.
What's your DC?
My class DC. My class DC.
Yep.
25.
Okay. He has a success, so he's unaffected by your suggestion. As you tell him. What exactly did you say to him?
You want me to repeat all that? You don't want to do this right now. I mean, you're ambushing us. We're caught off guard. Don't you want to see if May's like gotten better or learned anything? Like, why don't we set this up a different time? Can we reschedule this, please?
He says, as you're talking to him, he says, I didn't want to do this now, and it doesn't seem like May has learned a damn thing. As anger fills his eyes.
Okay.
And it is now going to be the Soul Company's turn. So they are going to do some stabbing.
Some stabbing. Stabbing in the
They're going to attack
shadow.
each of you, so we're going to kill Bessie first. That is a 19 to hit you. I don't think that hits. Does it hit?
Nope.
It's real low. We're gonna try again. He's just gonna actually.
They have a gun.
He's gonna try to stab you 3 times, really. That's even worse. Wow. This guy just like. I got a natural 3, a natural 4, and a natural 5 for those 3 rolls. So,
Nice.
Don't
I
like that
like
it's
that.
going up.
You rolled better every time.
yes. Well, those weren't order. Actually, it was 5, 3, 4. So.
We had
Okay.
20 with having it.
So this guy you're trying to just cast suggestion on Lewis. This guy's just trying to like swipe at you, and you just keep barely dodging out of the way. We're gonna do some stabs to May. That's gonna be -1 because of the frightened condition. Another natural 4.
Okay with that.
Okay, that's a 21. 21.
Misses.
Okay, so go for a third one. That's oh, because of the frightened condition, it's a 24.
24 will miss.
And that was on a natural 19. So,
And that's why the frightened exists.
damn. So more swiping. This guy is just like scared out of his mind. He's just, now we're gonna do some
Over there.
stabs at Drace.
Here we go.
I rolled a d12 by accident.
Nice. What was your roll?
I was at 11 on the d12.
Yeah, re-roll that bad boy.
Does a 24 hit you?
It does.
Can I have my hidebound reaction trigger?
Yeah, you tell,
Target
I don't know what it does, you
skin.
tell me.
Target
Oh, yeah.
skin erupts in thick hide or dense scales. It gains resistance 5 to physical damage except adamantine until the beginning of its next turn.
Oh, so resistance 5 to any physical damage. Wow, okay. So we're
Nice.
gonna roll damage. Okay, so it's 7 reduced to 2 damage
Mhm.
for that hit. That was
So,
first one.
are you protecting me with that?
Yeah, he's stabbing you.
Oh, okay.
right. That's what you're.
Not me. He's
Nick.
Yep, he took 2 damage basically.
yeah. I didn't realize you were doing that for me. Thank you.
Stab
Well, I was gonna do
in.
it to Booker, but they didn't get hit, so
The second one is
I
gonna
was
be a
also-
miss.
I appreciate the
also gonna
sentiment.
do it to Bessie, but also didn't get hit.
let's see.
20. Okay, so another 24 does hit you, right?
That does it.
You
Yeah.
still have the resistance. So 1 point of damage to you from that.
Get 3
These
total.
guys suck.
Good.
All right, now we're gonna take some swings on Luca.
Oh shit! Should have saved it for myself.
24. Does it hit you?
Yeah, I'm at 23.
24. You're gonna take 7 points of piercing damage. Okay, so just 7 points of damage to you. As all these guys with guns drawn, they realize you guys are such close range, they're just gonna try stabbing you instead. So you all pull out their little makeshift knives and start swinging around. Luca, your next act.
You got a nice line spell, perhaps?
No, but I can get leveling to roar. But it would be nope. Each enemy in a 10-foot emanation takes 68 sonic damage. I upgraded my Thundering Dominance. Yeah, let's just do that. Cast Thundering Dominance on Levelin, and I actually don't even know where I'm at. Let's see. Would I rather hit Booker or some of the guys?
Probably easier to hit the guys.
Yeah.
We could, you could move, like, Levelin could move and then hit everyone, right?
Yeah, but yeah, let's do the guys.
So you want Levelin to move?
Yeah. She can...
Anything I have, there's like no space in here to do anything.
It's very
It's so
cramped
tiny.
little office.
10 living beings in here.
So, Levelin, I'm just going to move over one space? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to do things in a burst and just kill all of us.
And then what is... what do they roll for it?
I am using my level 4 spell, Thundering Dominance. 68 sonic damage again. Well, yeah, we'll save.
We'll save.
Sure we'll save.
And you're hitting every enemy, right? You did all. 10-foot emanation?
10-foot emanation, so yeah, that should hit every... Yeah,
Alright,
for how we do
roll
diagonals,
for
that works.
Booker first. Roll, save. So we got 30, so that's a regular success for Booker. I'm gonna roll.
Surprise. Surprise.
The one guy isn't frightened anymore, so he's back to normal for the save, by the way.
That fails. Okay. The guy next to Bessie crit fails, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Best.
Love to see it.
Yeah, it's 30.
Bessie's distracting me over there.
Next guy got 26, so that's a regular success.
2 successes, 1 fail, 1 crit fail.
No, sorry. Just, yeah, so Lewis succeeded. One of the soldiers crit failed, the next one succeeded. Next guy, regular failure. The next guy, regular failure. Okay. So, the one next to you and the one next to Drace both had a failure. The one next to Booker, the May Booker had a success. The one next to Bessie had a critical failure. And you just tell me how much damage it is and I'll work out the math.
Gotcha. 68. Oh, yeah. That's 2 8s. 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6. 32 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
That guy crit fails.
What kind of damage is that?
Sonic.
Sonic? Yeah, okay.
Also, everyone that fails is frightened.
Yes.
All my fucking attacks are like in cones or bursts. Like the worst room to be in for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What you guys have lightning bolt for?
so what does it look like as Levelin does this Thundering Dominance? What is it?
Levelin, after failing the Care Claw, what looked like to be pretty much a failure on on her signature move, she's kind of backs up and is a little scared, so she actually just lets out like a really nervous burp, and it was this Thundering Dominance.
Okay, so first of all, the guy next to Bessie just gets completely demolished.
Like coming out of the eardrums, all that fun.
He just like blood just pours out of his ears, and he just falls over. And the other two of them are frightened.
Well, if it's gonna be killing people like this, I want it to be like I guess like a really long, deep, like not brown note, obviously, where people are shitting themselves, but where like a note that
Booger burp from like
yeah,
Red Nerds.
like just fucking deep. Like, damn, Leflin. Okay.
All right, so it's now Lewis Booker's turn. You see he is going to where he's got his gun in his hand. He like kind of slams his fist down on the table, and as he does it, you can see the aura that he had before comes back out of him and kind of fills the room. Okay. So now there's just like this crazy cold aura filling the room. This aura.
Do we take any damage from it yet?
You don't take any damage at this point, but like now he is concealed from you, so like you're having a hard time seeing through the aura that's going on inside this room.
Trace, can you shut that cold shit off, please?
This feels amazing.
Close the
Is
freaking
everyone
door.
concealed, or is it just the area directly next to him? Like, are we concealed? Are the mobs concealed? Or
like everything inside his aura is concealed, except he can see. It seems like he can see through it.
okay?
But otherwise, yeah, you're concealed inside the aura. He is going to take his gun, and he is going to. Let's roll a d4 for it. Let's see who's gonna shoot at. He's got time for some target practice. He's gonna take a shot at Bessie.
Oh, Bessie.
That is a very high number.
Oh lordy.
That is going to be a 37 to hit you.
That's a crit.
Hold on.
As a reaction, I'm going to overselling flourish, though I don't really have to act too hard to do that.
I try to do a reaction for on Bessie's behalf before she takes that hit.
What?
Sure. What are you doing?
If I do Al Dragon's Cloak for her, you are an ally in range is targeted by a ranged attack. A cloud of mist enshrouds the target, appearing much like the deflecting clouds created by the cloud dragons. The target is treated as hidden for the purposes of resolving the triggering attack, and normally the attacker must exceed the DC 11 flat check to target it.
Oh, so I have to make a flat check now to take effect?
Yeah, just to see if you could hit her.
I'm trying to say no.
13 on my flat check.
Damn it.
I'll do it.
I tried.
I tried.
And what does overselling flourish do?
Hold on. You have to do a will save. I'm making a grand spectacle of the damage that's being done to me,
We'll save. Okay.
and like it'll distract. They'll become dazzled if they Yeah, just tell me what happens and then I'll tell you.
I just nat 20, so I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Overall damage for you. 20 points of damage to you.
Ouchies.
Then he's gonna reload, or like he's gonna like reload his gun for his last action. Drace, back to you.
Do we think this guy is about to be dealing all kinds of base damage?
We think whatever is. He's got something on the desk, but I don't know what it does. Grace, do magic.
And do magic. I feel like I'm trying to take either protect myself with more ice resistance, or I can attack the henchman.
I mean, less people hitting us, the better.
Probably. Alright, well I can, since most of my fucking attacks are fucking cones and shit, I guess I could try to do my flurry of claws on 2 of them.
Do it.
I'll do like the one right in front of me, and then like the one right in front of me, like above that one.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's an attack roll. Yeah, it is an attack roll. Okay. 25?
25 for hit, yep.
Alright, so it's 4d8 slashing plus 4d4 of ice.
Nice.
Give me a second to find the d8s. 4d8. Seven, 14 of slashing damage.
And which one are you attacking?
The one right in front of me and the one above that. And then what was the other one? 44, okay.
And I'm sorry, was it just one attack roll to hit both of them, or do you have to do 2 different attack rolls?
Oh wait, I do have to do both.
And
You're
also,
right.
you have they're concealed, so you have to make a DC 5 flat check.
Perfect.
Son of a bitch.
Just hit.
Okay, well, I passed the flat check.
Okay. So
I'll
which
just
one
do
did you
that
hit?
flat check on both of them.
However you want to do it's fine, but tell me which one you're doing damage to.
The top one.
The top one, okay.
Oh wait, was the one in front of me the one that took more damage?
The one in front of you and the one next to Luca took the most damage.
Okay, well never mind. Let's go for them then. Let's do the one in front of me first.
Okay. Just tell me how much.
So yeah, let me finish that. Yeah, I guess I'll do them both separately because I might not even hit the other person. Okay. 7, 11, 14, plus 9, 11, 14, 8 total damage to the one in front of me.
How much? Say again?
28 total.
28.
14 slashing, 14 ice, if that matters.
Yeah. Tell me what it looks like as you demolish this guy in front of you.
Well, I make 2 giant claws that like come out of the ice because I use the effects of the ice to make it look even cooler, no pun intended. They both like, one comes from above, like underneath the ground, and the other one comes from on top, and kind of just like smashes them together.
All right, and then go for the second
Explodes
one.
into like snow.
Nice.
The second one, okay, so flat check, 13 for that, so that's good. And then the attack, 27.
That's a hit.
And then the damage is 8, 11, 13. 14, 15, 16, and then 23 damage. The one next to Luca.
You slash this guy. He's sorry. Yeah. So you slash him pretty good. He's still up, but you have done quite a bit of damage. He's not looking so good at this moment.
Nice.
They're both still up.
Then I have one action left, I believe. And with my last action, I'll just raise my shield, I guess.
Shield. Let me make this guy disappear. Okay. May, that's you.
Okay, for this situation, I am going to, I'm gonna run to flank the one that's directly next to me with Bessie. So just move over down diagonal right one and then right one more.
Okay, so you're leaving the office, okay.
Yes. Or,
Even the
is that a door?
Yeah, there's a wall there.
Oh, I couldn't see the wall there.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I don't know
Never
where
mind.
it's I think you're good. I don't know where. I can't see it either. So, I think that is.
I
where
think
the door is.
Just
the
move
door's
me,
either right next to that guy
just
or
move
right
me
next-
directly to the right of Drace.
Yeah, the door is somewhere over there. I think that is the door, like where you are. So if you want to go outside, you can.
No, that's fine. Just move me directly to the right of Drace.
Got it.
And I'm going to stab down first.
At the
With the
weaker
clothes.
guy.
Yeah, at the weaker guy.
Okay.
Let's see. So, flat check. Really wish that would have been the other way around. Okay. That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Sorry, 25.
20 hits. Not to give anything away, but 23 also hits.
What's everything?
That's gonna do 19 points of damage.
Yeah.
To the guy below.
Tell me what it looks like as you just obliterate this guy who was on death's door.
I'm gonna kind of like scoot around Drace at the other guy, and then just kind of put my hand out real quick with it, and then just slit this guy's throat as I get ready to take my other hand over at the other guy.
So you slit his throat, he just goes down.
That was
in a
mine.
pool of blood.
Lighter die will be the concealment check. Fail on the concealment check for the other attack. And it'll be my turn.
All right, back to the top of the order, Bessie. That is you. Make another Arcana check for me, please.
That time, it is a 30.
A 30. There you go. Roll a d4 for me one more time.
A 1.
Okay. And I'm assuming you're still fiddling with the thing on your wrist, right?
Yeah, as suggestions not working. I mean, I'm less frantic now that like there's only 2 of them in here, but I know that this guy's strong as fuck. But I'm still just kind of fiddling with it.
Okay.
See if I can make anything happen. Try to get it to do something.
Gotcha. Okay. So you continue to mess with it. Okay. So yeah, you can continue your turn. I'll give that for you.
Does that take an action again?
I'll give it to you for free because I asked you to do it, so that's fine.
Okay. Guys, I think we need to get out of this room before we take any more damage.
Nice.
Are you hurt, Bessie?
She just took a shitload.
A lady never tells.
She coughs some blood.
I'm going to cast, because he's already kind of concealed, right?
Yes.
Are we trying to get away, or are we trying to get this guy?
His cronies are dead. 1 against 4 is 5 against this 4.
Okay, okay, fine. I guess we're in this now. So then...
More cronies come rushing in any second, though.
Up, 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 up.
Up.
I guess,
Take out this last guy and I'll heal you.
I'm trying to think, because I thought we were trying to get away, but...
I thought we were too until we started picking these motherfuckers out.
Well, he's strong as fuck, and you don't know how many more people are out there. Okay. Well,
They were blocking the door before, now they're not.
True.
They're dead.
D.
Still can't get away. Definitely kill that last guy.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
with him.
okay. I'm just gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Dirge of Doom on the guy, on Lewis.
He's obscured, isn't
Or it's actually a 30-foot emanation, so on any enemy.
Yeah, so concealment isn't gonna matter.
Yeah, you tell me. I don't know if that does. Whatever.
I just cast it. It's a 30-foot emanation for 1 round. Enemies within the area are frightened 1. They can't reduce their frightened value below 1 while they remain in the area. So as long as they're around us, they're going to be frightened
For
Free
round?
frightened.
for 1 round.
Cool.
Nice.
You got one
So I cast that. And then that was only 1 action. My second thing that I'm going to do.
Dirge of Doom's only 1 action, right?
It's a cantrip. It's the basically reverse inspire courage.
That's the cantrip? Nice.
Mm-hmm. Instead of giving all of us a +1, it's giving all of them a -1.
All right, I guess I'll also do percussive impact and send it out into the area that he was in. I still have to do a spell attack roll.
You can still see him. He's just not as visible as you would like.
So you could roll a concealment check first? Or do you have to do that for a spell?
For a spell attack, yeah.
Well,
You just have to beat a 5.
right, but I rolled my spell first.
Okay, well then, okay, fine.
And focus
I mean,
him
what
second.
would I roll to see if I hit him and then roll to see if I hit? I mean,
If you were rolling
Which
your spell
order?
attack first, that's fine. You still have to roll a concealment check. And beat 5 on the die.
what am I adding to my spell?
You add 15.
So that's a 33,
That is
and I rolled a 13 on the die to hit him.
Alright, that's enough
Yeah,
to
'cause
hit.
you're working from it.
33 hits.
So then that is wait, I did percussive impact. I'm looking at the wrong spell. Okay, so it's 48. 3, 4, 12, 27.
27. Okay.
Was that to Booker or was that to the other guy?
Oh, plus 1d4
That's
splash damage, but there's no one near him, so
Leveling, technically.
yeah, you do damage to
one.
level.
Levelin.
Leveling's down.
Levelin HP was at 1.
He gets 1 sonic splash damage. Sorry, Levlin.
Oh.
What does your percussive impact look like?
Was it? It wasn't a critical success.
No.
Okay.
What does your percussive impact look like?
Well, okay, hold on, because it's. When does it become heightened? If I used it as a level 4,
If you use his level 5 would be the difference. There is no level
Would be
4
the
version of that spell.
the next one. Okay, okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. I am going to pull out my castanets and do like a quick, and then like,
And the wave of impact.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that like it hits him like square in the jaw, and his jaw moves a little bit, and then he comes back. and looks at you.
I'll wink.
He lets out a large whistle that I can't do. Nick, you could probably do a pretty good loud whistle.
I actually can't do a crowd whistle, but
The microphone didn't
your
pick
mic.
it up.
Yeah,
It was
the
too high
noise
pitched.
suppression like cuts out whistling like in Discord. But anyway, he does a crowd whistle. May, if you could make a perception check for me.
More people are gonna come in.
I think I got it. How about 34?
34, yeah. Since you're like close to the doorway, you turn and look at the doorway, and you see 6 more men headed.
Guys, as much as I'd love to kill this fuck, we might actually need to get out of here.
Well, you could have done that before my turn. I had a diversion.
Well, I didn't know until just this moment when he whistled.
As you guys argue, Bessie, you feel a stinging pain in your arm. And a little bit of black starts to like erupt from it until it just goes away. I should have this prepared, but I didn't. It goes away, and the area around you starts to fade away. Where did my thing go? Oh, it's not looping, that's why. The area around you fades away, and everything turns black and misty and smoky. You're still in the same room, and you see little shadowy figures of where your teammates were and where like Lewis was, and your enemies, their dead bodies, but it just starts to just wisp away. You see the desk that was in front of you, but there is a figure resembling a black bear sitting at the desk, like facing you.
Not like this.
Hello.
On the other side, as you say hello, on the other side with his back to you is like a large anthropomorphic goat. Now, it looks like they're playing cards at the table, and as you say hello, Matthew swings his head halfway around and looks at you and like lets out a little just like as he notices you. You also see there's a desolate piano in one corner, and there's like a small like smoky outline of a child playing a melancholy tune on it. And Matthew, with his head halfway turned to you, says, "They say time is an illusion. I guess I'd think that too if I could only move in one direction. How is our revenge plot going?"
Not great. We got sidetracked by this like guy that May knows, and we're trying to get to the, continue on with my quest for revenge for you. But it's not going so well. We're kind of in a pickle.
A pickle? He throws down a card and picks up another one. As he's still concentrating on his little game. He says, "How much of a pickle?"
A mild pickle. I mean, he did hurt me pretty good with one blow. And more guys are coming. I don't want to bother you. You seem busy. I was trying to avoid this conflict altogether and just get out of there, but we're already in the thick of it now, so I don't know.
He says, "I see." And he pushes his chair back a little bit, but then quicker than lightning, he appears behind you. And he says, "So you and your friends are in trouble. And it seems like you've come to me for a little help to not be so dead?"
That would be great.
He says, "Death isn't really my thing. the bear sitting at the table, like, kind of like grumbles a little bit. Matthew has a large, like, his covered in fur. He runs his one arm down the side of your arm where your wrist, where the black wristwatch was, and it sends like goosebumps like up your spine and up your arm. He says, "Well, we could make a deal if you have a little faith. I could give you and your friends another chance to make a better decision." He puts his arm around you, and he says, "See, Gadros here," and he points to the bear. He says, "He knows your buddies should be sailing down the Astral River right now, but him and I both know that I owe you a favor. Here's the thing, if you fuck up again," and he whispers in your ear, he says, "all your friends are dead, and I get to eat their souls." And he says, "Do we have a deal?"
Very Faustian.
Yeah, like he's not being friendly with me. He's being kind of like threatening and stuff.
He's just trying to strike a deal with you.
And
You the devil?
do I owe you if we succeed in making better decisions?
He says, "I'll always get to own a little piece of you."
You did before.
Whew.
Ooh, burn.
Maybe not on the official, but
What about us? Will he own pieces of us? Just asking for a friend.
I'm thinking I'm the one striking the deal, so I don't think you guys are.
On your mind at all? Not at all any part of what you'd be thinking about?
No, not that. Just like I think it's if we fail, I will pay the price, and you guys will all die. But you will die because not because he comes after you, but because he's not going to help us in this situation. What's the guy that sitting at the bear? That's Maze
Gadros.
It's Gadros.
Gadros, right?
It's the god of death.
And what do we tell the god of death?
Not today.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like politely like try and just like pat him on the shoulder and be like, "I'm so sorry my friend spat on you. We're working with them on that, and I'm hoping that we can do something better this next go around if
He
you'll help us."
he kind of like shakes his head around a little bit, like a little bit of like slobber and stuff comes out as he throws down a card and picks up another one. But he's not talking to you in this moment. He's
And the kid's just playing?
Yep.
Do I recognize the tune?
No,
Okay.
just kind of a creepy dark tune. Sounds kind of like this.
Okay.
Was there music in the aquarium where the sharks are?
Sure. Yeah, I would like to try. Is this like a one-trick pony? Like I can, like, do I lose this bracelet? Is it like if I use this now?
I'll have you make a perception check.
That was a nat 20.
You get the feeling that this is a one-time offer.
I think I don't know, and I want to ask my comrades, but they're not here for me to ask, so I feel like I shouldn't ask you guys. Should be my decision.
Comes down to, do you think you could actually sway Booker to not be such an asshole and spit
Okay.
in the face of the bear again? I don't know.
Probably not.
We can revisit who shot first.
Was it May?
It's definitely me.
It was definitely May.
It wasn't Lewis.
JR?
Um.
Matthew just says, take all the time you need.
Oh no, yeah,
He walks back over to the table, grabs another card.
I don't want any of us to die.
I want us all to die.
So,
By the time you make this decision, we might have died from old age.
Burn.
yeah, okay.
Just like okay to him.
Yeah. I accept your offer.
He stands up from the table and he throws his cards down on the table and just says, Jin. And then, like, Gadros just starts growling in anger. And he comes over to you and he says, wonderful. And he goes to shake your hand.
I curtsy as I shake his.
He holds onto your hand. Was the wristwatch on your left or your right hand?
Probably my left.
Okay. So he grabs your left arm tightly. And he says, this might sting a little. And have a good time. And he squeezes your arm so hard that it crushes the bones under your skin. And your arm becomes mutilated as black mist and smoke begin to retract back into your wrist. As the like I said, the smoke, yeah, it all dissipates. And you find yourself back inside the office. Only it's about a minute earlier. I'm just gonna get rid of this entire thing.
Whis. Dragon Ball Super Whis stuff going on.
You come back and you're in a lot of pain as you come back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like wincing and grabbing my wrist and like.
You're wincing, grabbing your wrist. You look down at your wrist and it's fine. It's actually like fine. There is some like blackness on your skin that wasn't there before, almost like the spot where the watch was, and then kind of jutting out like through your veins. There's just like some marking on your arm that wasn't there before. And as you're wincing in pain, Lewis looks at you and says, what the fuck's the matter with you? This the first time you've had guns point blank at you back of your head? And then he looks back to May and he says, well, fuck. You might not believe it, but I am impressed, May. Maybe somehow you caught wind that I was in Sunrise Port and came back for a little revenge.
So I just want to clarify to everybody that since it seems this is in Bessie's, this is Bessie's, is the one that understands what's going on here.
Correct.
I'm going to continue doing this exactly as is unless somebody stops me.
Right, I'm gonna message you.
We're back in where you were before.
I'm gonna message you and be like, May, it's Bessie,
You're
please.
right next to me. What do you need to message me?
Because I don't want him to hear it.
It's not
Just makes it sound next to my ear. You're literally next to
You
me.
can just whisper to him. To her.
Oh, okay, fine, I don't know. Sorry. I'm like, May, please, for the love of God, don't do anything. I just spoke with Matt Damon. It'll be really bad for all of us if you do something right now. I am asking you to please be cool.
What?
Gadros was there. He's a delight. And
You're
they were
talking to
playing
the
Jin.
spirits again?
They were playing Jin. Just don't fuck with this guy right now. Let's please just get out of here. Sir. And then I turn to Lewis. We would like to leave.
He says, "You want to leave already? You just got here. You don't even want to hear what I have to say. I heard you guys are in need of a ship."
We are.
Yeah, but-
We were supposed to be paid with one.
Well, if you want a ship
In
out of
fact, we were given a consolation prize that seems to have now involved guns to our heads. So I think that we're owed even more at this point now. If I throw whatever stub of the tickets that we have down on the ground.
We'll settle for a ship though.
He says, "Oh, just a bit of theatrics. You know, I wanted to make a spectacle of things. Stand down, stand down." And he tells the guys to lower their guns. The guys are behind you, and they do so.
Are you the guy that Demont is supposed to be working with to give us a ship?
He said, "Well, he did tell me that you were in need of a ship, and I thought maybe we could help each other. I know he probably said something similar to you, but May can attest to this. But I'm probably a more upstanding man than Hugh Demont is."
I wouldn't necessarily go that far.
He says, "So what are you here for? You wanna start the band back up again? I'm open to the idea."
I'm
just
here
need a
killing
ship.
spirits.
We just need the ship.
"Well, here's what I need." And he leans in. He says, "I got a fisherman down in the dockyard. His name's Pax Banks. He owes me a bit of money. I just want to put the fear of typhus in him a bit. Word gets out that I let people get away without paying. My reputation will be in the gutter. You go meet with him and tell him he has until tomorrow to pay me what I'm owed. And we'll see about getting you and your little friends passengers on the ship."
Here's the thing, though. We just did a favor for Demont, and now we have to do a favor for you.
Exactly.
When does it end? And we get our ship.
Well, he reaches on his desk and he has like a little sign on it, and he turns it around and it just says, "It ends with me" on the sign. And he just taps on it. And he said, "Here's the bottom
You know how
line.
much this is.
Here's the bottom line." He stands up, and that cold aura comes bursting out of him. He says, "Now, you don't want to fuck with me. May, you should know that best of all. I am a man of my word. Get me what I am owed. And if he's not willing to pay, I expect a goddamn corpse. Now, is that too much to ask?"
I turn to Drace and I'll say, "See, this is what I never understood about like mobster types. Why don't they just do the thing themselves? They're hiring strong arms to go do the middleman. Like, I never got it myself."
They just don't like to get their hands dirty. But you know what? We're gonna go. We'll see this Patrick Banks guy, or whatever the hell his name is, and
Pax, right?
Pax Banks,
Paps,
and
thanks.
and we'll catch you later.
Got any blue ribbons on them?
And I'm like grabbing. I'm kind of like trying to usher.
Yeah, he sits on the edge of
everyone
his
out.
desk. He's like, "Yeah, if there's nothing else, then get the hell out of my office." And he points out towards the door. You guys are free to leave.
Well, that was easy.
Do you have to scooch between all the big gentlemen behind us? Or do
Yeah,
they-
sorry, pardon us. Excuse us.
Yeah. It's good.
Okay, yeah, I guess
Is
we're
this
leaving
door
the
just
whole
like
theater.
a straight like wooden door on like a hinge or so, or is it
Yeah, it's a regular door.
okay? I'm going to claw at the door as we leave, in an angry fit, and that will be as much as I do there.
So you're gonna leave like a big scratch mark.
Yes, I'm gonna leave a gash on the door as we leave.
Wait,
Yes, I'm gonna leave a gash. Oh.
what the fuck did I just say?
He's gonna be like, now you have to go out and hire a contractor to fix the door.
I'm gonna need you to pick up a pint of chestnut steak for me.
I can laugh.
And he says as you scratch the door and you guys walk out, he's like, There's the May I know. As you walk out. Yeah, you guys are free. And what would you like to do now? You have successfully de-escalated.
Worst play ever.
Is there a world where we watch the rest of them play?
Yeah.
I'm kind of. That was a buzzkill for me. I'm good. Does my wrist still hurt?
It's kind of like more psychological pain. It's not like
Okay.
your arm isn't really injured, but like
The phantom
the
limbs.
pain you felt was real. Like,
Yeah.
Well, we just used our Omega-13 device.
Can you tell us what happened at any point?
Yeah. It was go back in time and try and not like make smarter choices or die. And then
I'm sure we would have had it.
I know. So how'd the Carrot Claw do? Because that's what we were gearing up for that Carrot Claw, weren't we, May? That thing was about to.
Exactly. We had it all together.
It sounded like we were going to die. You guys fucked up.
I don't know. How much can you trust the demon and the god of death?
Why did you make a deal with them? Of all the things, of all the spirits to go and do it, those two.
I mean, it wasn't those two. It was Jeffrey.
Yes.
Jeffrey.
I made a deal with Jeffrey. He's just a little. He's going through
Regardless,
something right now. It's one of
I
those
just-
things where you like you love. It's like unconditional love.
You didn't
Okay.
No matter
Well,
how
we'll unpack
abusive
that.
or one-sided or whatever it may seem.
Well,
I'm sure he
speaking of
didn't mean to
abusive
hurt me.
relationships, we just need to steal a boat at this point in time. Booker's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't know that
backstab
I
us
want-
again, and
Right.
we're
This is obviously a setup for us to like get caught strong arming this guy and get fucking thrown in jail or some stupid shit.
there's
Yeah, I'm
we have
tired
an
of playing
entire
games
port
with all
to
these
choose
people.
from. We tried to do it nice. Let's just take the boat.
Instead of
Take
taking the
a boat.
boat, why don't we just pay Pax Banks, the boater, the money that he needs for Lewis, and then take a ship?
Why would we? Let's just take a boat.
I mean, then it's not
What
technically
money do we
stealing.
have here?
Maybe
I
we
mean,
talk to him to see what he
Don't we
says.
have a bunch of gold from all the shit we did back in Sunrise
we?
Port?
You know,
We have like
I-
800 gold.
in the
We
office.
needed like 2,000 or something like that to get a boot.
We have an entire port of boats to choose from here. We just need one that can go out a couple days, and then we'll be
Do
fine.
any of us know how to ride a boat?
Yes, we established that at least it was an easy enough thing, and Dano is able to sail. We established that last time.
Okay.
Pretty sure Jimmy.
We tried playing by their rules, fine.
We tried playing by their rules. We got burned twice.
I don't
Not
suggest
making it
we
3.
come back to Sunrise Port when we're done.
Now, fuck this place.
I'm definitely not coming here in any future adventures, that's for sure.
All right, let's
All port can burn down.
head to the docks. Did anyone leave anything at my place?
Yes. We left,
Wilbur is with Dano.
Wilbur. We left
Well, they're at the
Wilbur.
bar, aren't they?
They're at the bar.
Right,
Let's
right.
Left them, they were
Let's-
headed to the bar.
Let's go get them and let's just go.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so let's
You
head to
guys are heading
whatever
back
bar
to
they're
to
at.
the Wicked Tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I had music for the audio. It's a battle. No, it's Jess. Yeah, you guys can head back to the Wicked Tree. Sunrise.
Hopefully he's not too blazed or blasted to drive a ship.
Pleased. Please. sir.
You guys head back to the nice establishment that you were in before. Everyone can make a perception check if you're looking for Dano Wilbur.
26.
28.
Way less than both of those. You need it.
35.
Yeah.
18.
Damn. You guys look all around. You don't see Dana or Wilbur here. There's not a lot of people in here. There's a bartender, and there are some like a couple people sitting at the bar. But you can talk to the bartender if you like. In fact, when you guys walk in, he yells out to you, "Anything I can help you folks with?"
We're looking for a hick and an Irishman.
Well, he doesn't know the term Irishman, but
Whatever. Looking. The kid that was in here yesterday with all the ones that were causing issues.
And a big fat fuck that really likes potatoes.
Didn't we leave them with Demont to get suits and stuff? So that
No,
they
Demont
could come
wasn't
here?
giving them anything. I don't
you
think.
left them with Demont because Wilbur was in trash hick clothes, and he was going to dress him up so he could go to the bar. But when Luca mentions the big fat guy that likes potatoes, that kind of strikes a chord with the bartender. It's like, oh, you mean that Dano fella?
That's the one.
That is him.
He was here earlier with a buddy of his. They had quite a few when they were here. But they left some time ago. Another man came in, well-dressed man, very well-to-do looking man, came in and talked to them for a little bit, and then they walked out of here.
Well-dressed man isn't Demont, is it? Like, you would know who that is because he owns this bar.
It was not Mr. Demont. No, it was not Mr. Demont.
Was Booker Senior wasn't like well dressed or anything. It was at least not like that kind of well dressed, if I remember. What did he look like?
Booker? Louis
Yeah.
Booker? He's pretty well dressed.
In my head, Colonel Sanders.
No, he's a pretty well dressed guy, in all white suit.
Almost Colonel Sanders.
I mean,
Yeah.
clothing wise.
What color was this guy's suit?
Herbs and spices, man.
You're asking the bartender this?
Yeah.
It was a gray pinstripe suit.
It's not Carmine, is it? Did he come all the way up here?
Let's ask around and see if we can find out where they went.
Do you know which direction they headed, or did you overhear him talking?
Unfortunately, I did not overhear them talking, but when they left, they were headed north.
Let's just walk north. Who's got a compass?
Let's just start heading that way, I guess.
I can only see as far as the windows, though. So
They could have
Understood.
easily taken a turn.
They could have gotten a vehicle. Is there anyone like directly outside of the bar?
outside the bar,
I mean,
there's just
Demont's
people
place is
walking.
north of the bar.
All right, let's start making our way up and just talking to whoever we can on the street, seeing if we can say, "Hey, do you see these two? Hey, do you see these two?"
Yeah, you guys can absolutely do that. I'm just gonna ask. There's some passersby and stuff. Just make some diplomacy checks for me as you just walk up to strangers and ask them if they've seen.
30-20.
16.
I'm in a really bad mood. Can I use intimidation?
Sure.
Are we rolling?
If you're trying to look for Dana, you use diplomacy. You can use intimidation if you'd like.
Diplomacy? I got a 24.
Only 22.
On a 24, I'm gonna say, really, Drace, you're the only one that gets any progress with anyone here. And there's a lady with just like she's wearing like a big, like kind of plaid overcoat and has like a parasol So you looking
This is
for
Peach.
a large fella that wouldn't stop talking about potatoes?
The Irish and stuff.
I did see them walking up that way, and like she does point in the direction like towards Demont Enterprises, like they were headed that way.
Back to Demont's.
All right. Well, Damon's got a few things to answer for, and he's answering with his life if he doesn't answer quickly.
Well, remember the last time we went in hot and heavy, it might not always be the best. We haven't even healed from this last bout,
No,
so...
I
Well, we
don't
didn't take any damage because it didn't
Yeah,
happen.
the damage.
I don't remember
you can
going
roll
in
back
hot and
your
heavy.
damage.
Oh, yeah.
None of you took any damage as a result of that.
So we learned no lessons from that, just for the record.
Guys,
Only,
you weren't
only
there,
Bessie
but,
learned
like,
the lesson.
You weren't there for it, but it was...
Could you
It's not a
explain what
fun
happened?
time.
But did we die?
It sounds like we almost.
I mean,
I'm
it
gonna
wasn't a great
say,
time.
If you, so Bessie, you told them like about what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you done fucked up,
Okay.
Like, he has this huge aura that deals like a bucket load of damage if you don't...
He didn't
If you
have that
can't
before.
withstand it. And
you-
then
did you
he
show-
shoots stuff and the things that they shoot. And then, yeah, I'll show my wrist where the thing was used.
Okay. So you show them.
That's creepy spirit magic right there. But
Okay. Cool.
Creepy spirit magic that saved us. It might not have been dire yet. I didn't know when it would take effect or how it worked exactly. I was just given a bracelet and I started fiddling with it.
Possible the spirits were also playing tricks on you. None of that could have actually happened. It could just be that he was trying to get you in the right frame of mind to make any kind of deal.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Jeffrey doesn't play games like that. He's pretty straightforward with what he tries to do.
I don't think he's seemed very straightforward, at least in the little bits I've heard. But your love for this demon thing aside, we have to figure out what if we're not going in quite guns a-blazing. What kind of building was the Demont building?
It's just an office building, like in a row of buildings. Like it's like on a corner attached to, well, not a corner, but like just on a street, like attached to other.
I mean, we can ask questions, but
Well, we know full well that he at least gave Booker the idea to just put guns to all of our heads into an ambush. This was after he decided to not pay us, and now he's taking our friends back to his headquarters.
well, let's just see what's going on with our friends before. If they're fine, then and he lets us leave, then let's just leave and go steal our ship. You know.
I'm starting to think about it, and Bessie's got a lot of questionable friends with her dad, Mr. Demon.
My dad is not my
Demont.
friend. He's just my dad. I didn't ask for my dad to be an asshole. I'm sure you all have parents that you don't necessarily like all the time.
Love my mom, love my dad. They're great.
Well,
I thought
I guess
mine
you're
was
one of the lucky ones. You don't have
Nice to live in a
complicated
fantasy
family
world.
relationships.
Hey.
All right, so you guys heading back to Demont's place, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Is there any
Well, we gotta find
preparations that we need to make at this point in time?
if
We're
anyone wants to do
expecting a
medicine
fight.
checks to like heal. Oh wait, no,
Well, we should be all at full.
You should be all full.
we should be all the way full. Okay.
Which means you guys would have back any spell slots that you would have used in that fight.
Yo,
Okay, cool.
living the dream.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah. We gotta go find our friends. So I say, let's find our friends.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Thundering Dominance hits for more than it ever has, and you guys just wipe it off the board. Great.
Yes, one way out of there.
It was theoretical the whole time.
killed 2 people almost and got nothing out of it.
So
I
you guys-
also let you guys know that I also recognize the man in the room as. I'm not sure what I've told them about my full backstory, but I guess I will fill them in on. I think that was the guy who killed my friend a long time ago. So, Book
Yeah,
of
he's a
Healing-
bastard. We've done that a lot.
Yeah. I've always hated him, and now there's a, face and a name to it. So
Mm-hmm.
we hate the same guy. We're so close.
Exactly. This is one of the few things we can actually bond over.
So you guys head back to Damon's office. Tell me.
Let's like maybe not even let's just play it nonchalant. Like, oh yeah, we decided to dip. That we didn't go to that play.
Let's act
We
like we
decided
killed
to
him.
dip out early. It was boring.
I have a
Yeah,
feeling that we're not going to get that lucky, but we can try. But we do need to. Okay, I'll let you guys do the talking so that I don't immediately.
Hop off.
That's all.
Unless provoked.
You
And
guys come up to the office building. Tell me how you're walking in. Like, what kind of order you guys are in? Are you guys next to each other? Single file, or several yards in between each of you?
I mean, I think it's just a natural.
Imagine we're just kind of walking like as a group as of the moment. So
Yeah.
Tell me literally, like who's standing
Man,
next
this
to you?
me in front.
This is gonna matter.
Me in
Fuck.
front.
Is anyone next to May?
Yeah, I'll be next to May because
You
if
can
she
definitely
starts
see
popping
I'm
off-
angry and
Yeah, if she
Kind
starts
of.
popping off, I'll be the one to.
He's gonna attack.
And then
I'm probably close behind.
you're behind, and then Drake's next to Bessie.
Oh, Bessie, yep.
Trace probably has his shield up.
I never put it down.
Constant.
Constantly up.
So you go to walk inside the office. As you do, Drace, your arm brushes up against Bessie's arm, and you touch
Ooh.
the black
Look at
part
this.
of her arm inadvertently. And in your
You've got
mind,
the rocks.
in
The black
your
spot?
mind, you see these like flashes of visions of the encounter that didn't happen, but you see even further into the future where May is lying dead on the ground as you're trying to fight off this cold aura, like with like kind of like with a magic shield up like against it, as it's like begins to like overwhelm you as there's like 10 soldiers like that are behind you, all firing guns, as like Luca and Bessie get riddled with bullets as you just become overwhelmed. Just as you brush up against it, it's all like really really fast, and then it goes away.
So you're saying I outlasted everybody else.
That's what it sounded like to me too. Not a fan.
Well, he's
yeah,
just
that's
like
ice resistance.
It sounded like I was actually going to join them. I was going to join other Booker and
Sounds like
his,
you've been the bad guy all along, you motherfucker.
Twist.
Opportunistic weasel.
Do you say that
That's all
you
I'm
see?
coming.
Do I sense that he's caught a glimpse, or does he?
No,
do you
you're-
say anything, Trace?
I say fucking May almost killed us.
Yeah, you like Bessie, you shrug it off, like you don't realize it that happened, but like Drace does like freak you out there for a second.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit. I mean, I guess I can explain. I mean, I don't need to explain everything what happened. You know, I'll keep it to myself for now.
Yeah,
But you guys knew.
you guys walk in, and there's the guy and the man and the woman are standing there, and like the woman picks up her cardboard box. She's like, all magic items. in
We
the
don't do
box."
that, remember?
She's like, I forgot, and then she puts it down. You see, like, Damon's office door is open, and he's in there, and there's like a man facing away, and like he's kind of got his like what's that thing called, like the ruler, and he's like measuring. He's taking his measurements. What's the demeanor as you guys walk in? You guys keeping it calm?
I'm not, unless somebody is actively trying to calm me.
Yeah, I'll take care of May as best as I can and try to keep her in the back.
You guys walk in. Yeah, so like they don't require you to take off your magic stuff or whatever because they recognize you guys. And Demont still measuring. He's got like some pins on his shirt. I get like just like for holding material and stuff. And he says,
"Is Demont being measured, or is Demont doing
Demont
the
is
measuring?"
doing the measuring.
That makes more sense. I was about to say Demont doesn't know his fucking measurements. That's crazy.
And,
Who's he measuring?
He's measuring man that is back to you.
Okay.
And as you guys walk in, as you're walking towards him, because I think that May is probably going to beeline it for him. But as you walk in, he says, "Now listen to me. I told you I'd help you, and I did. I got you a meeting with the Arbiter. He's the one in charge of the coming and going of ships."
You got us a meeting with a guy who immediately started pulling guns on us.
Where's our hick and our potato man?
Technically, that guy didn't pull any guns on us. All his henchmen did.
I smack May when she speaks. Like, stop.
Demont says, "I know he's got some unorthodox practices, but when he heard you were here with a lady also named Booker, he made me set it up that way. I'm sorry for the secrecy. We have to keep a certain level of decorum around here."
That actually tracks. That makes a lot of
That
sense.
does track.
You still haven't answered our question about our friends.
The man standing there, he says, "That's how you refer to your friends?"
Yes.
Is that tongue?
Where are they?
What did you call them? The Potato Man and
The hick and the potato man.
The hick and potato.
Hick and the Potato Man? He turns around and...
Well, to be...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, to be fair, May's interactions with Dano were pretty limited. They're not as close as the rest of us.
Yeah.
And also, to be a pretty good description of Dano.
He just also really
just
happens
so
to live
you
with it.
know, that's how May talks about all of her closest friends.
Yeah. And he is a bit of a potato man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's spot on.
And the guy turns around and says, "Come now, we're all friends here." And he removes his hat that he was wearing, and it's like a streak of like short blonde hair and tungsten carbide.
Is he wearing the? Is he wearing the? Oh.
Is standing there. He's wearing a gray vest and like gray slacks and a white shirt underneath. He's got a red power tie on. A little bit of a smile on his face. And he says, "Good to see you all again. I'm glad to see we all survived the sacking of Bismore."
Yeah. I heard you're running for president.
Yeah, what you running for? Well, was it president? Yeah, I guess it was president.
That I am. And you know, that anthem that Myra wrote me is really going to put me as the front runner for the special election.
Is she here?
No, Myra's not here. I'm just here on a little bit of business, but let me say, Bessie, your father, on the other hand, is going to give me quite a run for my money.
He's running too, it seems.
Yeah, he's my opponent in the special election.
Thought he was the new general.
That he is, but he could be both.
How many positions does he have? What's your dad doing?
Just the one for now, and hopefully the one is the only one he's going to have, and hopefully not for a very long time. Hopefully I'll put an end to it.
When you say put an end to it, what exactly does that mean?
I'm not going to kill your father, if that's what you mean. I'm just going to...
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Get him out of his line of work.
That we can be on the same page about.
So, were you able to
answer
make a
our
peace?
Question?
Oh, you're of the Potato Man and the Hick. They're here. They're fine.
Yes.
And he says, "Come on, fellas," and he like just pulls his arm, and Dano and Wilbur walk out of the back office. And Dano's like, "Hey, how's it going? Hope everything was okay. Me and Wilbur here," and he puts his arm around Wilbur like they're best buds now. He's like, we just had a few too many, and Mr. Carmine here helped us get back to a more familiar territory. And Wilbur's like, yeah, normally I don't drink very much, but Mr. Dano insisted that he buy me a few rounds, and so I just kind of he's a large man, intimidating man, and I just went along with it.
Wilbur, come here now.
Wilbur, if you're going
Yes,
to
ma'am.
stay with me, you gotta have a bigger backbone. Except for with her, you do what she says.
He walks over to you, May, and he like leans
Good
in
boy.
for he leans in for like a kiss, like awkwardly as you kind of shove him to the side.
Yeah.
Carmine says, "Well, I'm assuming that you worked it out with the Arbiter, and you guys are ready to go."
Oh yeah, we're ready to go. All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna head out.
Start dragging Wilbur out the door.
Lovely. Well, I'm glad that Demont's help was of use to you. I guess you won't need me.
A lot of help.
Smack. Booker, stop. You told we had an arrangement. Shush.
Yeah, great. So you guys, you can part ways with Demont and Carmine at this time if you'd like.
I feel like there's something we're missing here. What is it though? What do we?
Why is he here?
Are we gonna make an enemy of Carmine, Demont, and Booker by stealing a ship?
I don't think so. Carmine doesn't have any actual
Carmine,
vote in this race. Dumont we could give less of a crap about, and Booker seems like he's got his own thing going on here. If he wants to come chase us down, he can chase us down, but at least it'll be a different kind of fight than us all being locked in his personal office. Right now, we still have a spirit thing to get to, so
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
Was Demont writing down the measurements, or was it kind of like a in my head kind of thing?
It was in his head. Like he was.
Damn,
He's good.
the best.
The best.
Yeah. Dude's champion.
He's as you guys walk out, Carmine says to Luca, he says, we really should talk at some point when you guys get back. I really think if we could get your voice on a national broadcast endorsing me for president, it could go a long way.
let's see if the world ends before that.
Smack. Yes, you seem to be the best candidate so far. I will agree. I'll agree there, Carmine. But politics aren't usually my thing, which is why I try to stay away from them. But save for that last one.
And he says, I appreciate your kindness, and we will certainly talk later. And he turns to Drace. He says, and Drace, I know you have some connection to the magic communities of Greenflower, possibly Colden. I'm sure you can convince them that I'm what is best for Mercola.
I mean, you're definitely better than her dad. Of a turd sandwich and a giant douche.
Exactly.
Which one is my dad?
That's the point.
Which one is my dad?
Yeah, the point is that it doesn't matter.
The point is it doesn't matter, yeah. To be fair, I've never met her dad, but he supports the same thing that Stroud did, that I cannot support that. So if it comes down between the two of you, and there are no other options, I will see what I can do to help you out, Carmine. I mean, I didn't say all that out loud.
Yeah, we're better acting than we.
It's kind of like nod
Sure.
at him and say,
Like the
yeah,
sad-
definitely.
satisfying Brit.
Yeah. Yes.
And he says, May, if I'm honest, I don't know you very well, but you scare the shit out of me. Keep it
Good.
up.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
And
Still
he
dragging
says-
Wilbur out.
He says, all right, my friends, well, further talks will have to wait, I'm afraid. I have a small rally that I have to attend in the town square, and I've already been here for far too long. Until we meet again. And you guys start to walk out. You guys continue to walk out. Demont following you as you guys walk out. He says, I truly hope there's no grudge with me regarding the theater. I didn't know that it was headed towards a possible violent turn. You must believe me. If I were you, I would do whatever the Arbiter says, like whatever agreement you came to. We can't, you know, you don't want to mess with that guy. He's a rough one.
He's cold.
Can I do an intimidation check against him at this point?
Sure.
Just an intimidating glare. I'm not saying anything. I'm just staring actual.
I'd also
dagger
like to
into
make
his
a
skull.
perception check. Is he saying this out of true concern for us, or
Sounds more like concern for his life.
right?
You could both do that. Yeah, do an intimidation check for me, and then a perception check.
19 on perception.
That's a 31 intimidation.
Yeah. So he's definitely intimidated by your look, and he just throws his arms up. He's like, "I'm just saying, like, I'm looking out for both of us." As he backs away. So from perception, you can kind of tell that he is worried for his own safety, but also out of some concern for you guys. And you guys can leave.
I think we should probably head back to the Barton Manor and plot our next move, while the other two sober up.
Sleep it off and leave in the morning.
Well, more of
Yeah.
we might want to steal this at night. Dano could. I don't know if Dano's gonna be able to sail at night in his condition, even if he sleeps off a bit. Dano, how do you feel about that idea?
What do you want? We're stealing a ship now.
Just say we have a ship. Are you able to sail it in low visibility?
Well,
Yeah, just stay away from the lighthouses.
How drunk do you have to be?
once we
sail.
we head out east, we should be good. There's not really much for us to run into. Once we head back towards the direction of Famia, it's just open sea.
All right.
I don't anticipate
Well-
running into anything when I'm out there. Just as long as it hold the wheel steady, we're good to go.
I feel like I could drive a ship.
Yeah,
It's not that hard.
I think it's more-
honestly.
I think it's more of getting it going, and then the steering, I think, is the easy part.
I'm gonna watch Dano. Pretty.
The stopping is also the other part.
I'll watch that too.
Yeah,
All right. Well, for now, yeah, let's head back to our house to the old
Cool.
stomping grounds.
We'll let those two sober up, and
Oh
we
wait,
can-
before Carmine leaves,
yeah.
before we part ways, can I be like, could you just like not mention to my father that you saw me, or that what I'm up to?
Make a diplomacy check.
Diploma.
16.
Diploma.
He says, "Now, why would I go and do that?" And he puts like a hand on your shoulder, narrowly missing the black spot on your arm.
The black spot.
I'm just gonna say, it would be in your best interest to not tell my father.
Oh, that sounds.
Yeah, it sounds a little
Oh.
intimidating. Are you trying to intimidate him?
It would be in both of our best interests if you do not mention that you saw me or know me.
Intimidation scaled back 25%.
Make it more. I'm gonna try to make it more.
Diplomatic.
Get the
Well,
whole
I already
winky
know
eye thing
diplomacy.
going. Yeah, this is.
Can it be a performance check? Can I like?
I mean, tell me what you're doing, and we'll determine it from there.
I'll be like, my father was never one for the, and then I'll like, arts. Or like, my father was never one for the, and then I'll lean my back up to him and be like, arts. Like,
All right, if you want to make a performance check, you are free to, but do so at your own risk.
$32.
Use your hero points.
32. So you lean into him and say, he kind of like twirls you back off of him, and he says, yes, your father, he's a certain type of man, and I am aware of this aspect of him. Don't worry, I have no need to mention that I've run into you. It doesn't grant either of us an advantage.
You're a doll, thanks. And I like pinch his cheek and then I walk, and that's it.
Okay. So you guys are heading out? Back to the party
heading back.
compound?
Yeah.
Back. What if your dad's there? What if he's just sitting there?
Well, we'll
He
make sure
literally
all the
left
lights.
2 days ago because he was going to get lynched here. So I don't think that's
Yeah.
Well, now he's running for president, so he's back in town.
No.
Well, no, he went to go. They went to fortify the shroud thing over at the next town over.
High Reach.
Meanwhile, there's a whole group of magic people over on this side, so he's not coming here.
I doubt he's coming down here.
Okay. Those be the words on our tombstone, or his tombstone.
So you guys go back to Barton Compound. It's the same as when you guys were there before.
All right.
Except in the gallery, he sits there reading
All
the
right.
paper.
I'll make a hefty meal for Dano and the rest of us to sober them up and tell them to sleep it off for a little while.
Bessie,
What do you make?
just out of curiosity, you said that Booker had some kind of magic power?
Yeah, he let out this like really cold aura. It was definitely magical and it hurts if you get hit by it.
Do that before. Do any of you guys know what that could be? Off of her description?
Drace, that seems like it's kind of up your alley of things that you would do.
Just because
Anyone that would
it's
like-
cold, you think I know everything about everything cold?
Anyone that would like could make a
Do I have lore?
check.
Do I have ice lore?
Yes, I assume you know everything about the cold.
Yes. Do I have frozen lore?
Make a religion check or like a arcana check, I guess.
Not if you let it
I don't know,
go.
maybe. Or nature.
35 for Arcana.
You could, or you
30,
could-
20
a
for
nature check
Arcana.
is fine, too.
Who? Anyone can do a nature?
You can do nature, yeah.
I'll do a nature. Fuck yeah, throw that in there. Yeah, let's roll, bitches. Yeah. 21.
All right, what were all the rolls again? 21, 20.
30, 20 Arcana.
At 35 Arcana.
35.
He knows his
um,
cold stuff.
So, you know, Drace, that it's possible that, like, through worship of Kalor, that obviously that kind of power is possible because you have it. You also know that, like, there's been a lot of association with cold type powers with the spirit Genera, the spirit of the deep.
I don't remember Booker having any kind of spirit relations before.
Maybe he has since sought more power.
Gross. I couldn't hate him enough.
So definitely,
I doubt that he's
spirit.
probably one
But-
with
But you think it's something like he's got internally? You don't think it's something like he's activating, or if it's out of character, since he was like kicking the desk or anything. I wasn't sure if he was like activating an item, or if he's casting a spell, or if
Well,
he's
based on what like Bessie would have told you, he wasn't activating something. It was more of just like getting himself to jolt through his body just by like causing an impact in his hand. Just kind of like
it was the semantic component.
Yes,
So that,
component, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Now I guess I could say that well. It definitely felt like it was magic.
Mm.
when I brushed up against Bessie's black spot earlier, I kind of saw a glimpse of everything that happened. It definitely felt like magic.
Just, you know, would it be meta of me having looked up the spirit lore of Janira to point something out to everyone?
No, the lore's there for you to use,
If you're
right?
saying something outside of character, or are you saying something in character? The lore's there for you, so you have knowledge.
You know religion, so if it's like if it's general ideas, then it should
I
be
actually
fine.
don't. I have a +0 to religion, so Bessie probably
mind.
would not
I'm
know
pretty
this.
sure Janera was the whale from.
I mean, I could have just explained it. Let's pretend that I looked it up and read it, and then I know what I'm talking
Because
about.
it says that she aids in looking over the sea. So do we want to steal a ship from the guy that's worshipping Janira and head out to sea?
You mean spite the spirit of the sea? 100%. I'm all for it.
It sounds like something May is definitely gonna do.
As we're about to go meet with the
Good
gods,
point.
do we want to, you know, piss one off? That's
Well, that god should be going to get ready for her meeting, and she should stop being worried about this area over here.
woulda, coulda,
Still
shoulda.
talking.
It's just, you know, I'm not saying we shouldn't steal a ship. I'm just saying it's something to think about.
To
Still
be
think we
clear,
could talk
just
to this
above
half
table.
people.
Yeah, so Janera is a spirit that aids in like watching over the sea. You guys know that Typhus is the main spirit of the sea, and Janera is
Yeah.
Typhus's daughter.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Just as I find the spirit lore.
It was definitely more icy than sea-like, his powers.
And she's very much someone who will just give power to anyone who claims to worship her. So,
Remember what happened the last time we played a game and someone worshipped Typhus? And wasn't it Typhus? Wasn't Typhus the one that Felix?
that was
No,
cool.
Typhus saved us.
But Nick's character worshipped Typhus.
Yeah, I did, and then
Who
we
was the
got
one that
saved by
gave? Oh, okay. Who was the one that gave Felix all his power then?
Kazor.
No, it was Kalor was...
Lord.
It's not Kalor.
Kazor and
Kazor.
Felix were aligned.
Oh, Kazor.
Yeah.
You
It doesn't
are-
matter. We're not in that. We're not
yeah,
in
you're
that.
You're not in that
We're in
campaign,
this.
but you are brushing on something. Again, kind of above table, but there were 3 cult members that sacrificed parts of themselves to gain power from Janera that you stumbled upon
That's right.
on the road to the Oracle's temple.
One watery guy that like just disappeared.
He was one of gosh, I can't remember all the names.
Yeah, I can't remember their names either. But
He was one of the generals in the Third Eye crew.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, what are you guys doing? You guys are at the common. You made a meal. Dano's like scarfing it down. I'm guessing it's heavily potato
of course.
for him.
still
And I make sure that Wilbur has some too because he needs to sober up as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Wow, appreciate that, and thank you very kindly for the meal. Should we all
These
pray
involves-
before we eat, or
No.
We don't do that here.
all right? Well, just me then. Okay.
you better.
It was a 21 for how good the food was, if anyone's curious.
It's mediocre. You didn't have to roll for it, but since you did, it's a failure.
A 21 is a failure?
I don't know what you did. What did you do? Crafting? What did you do?
Yeah, I tried to do crafting. What would it be?
To succeed?
Yeah, like what? No, what would it have been a crafting check to see how good the food was?
Unless you have cooking
Sure.
lore.
Yeah. That's
It
right.
wouldn't have been anything. It would have just tasted good
It
if
would've
you
been
didn't
good. It
do
would have
nothing.
been better if you didn't roll.
Now
I was just
fucking-
curious.
You forgot to add
It's getting
salt.
the job done. It's just it needs a little more salt, you know.
You just made a fucking boiled potato with nothing on it.
Let me taste it.
Daniel's just eating it. Just like, fine like
Earth
this. I mean,
soup.
it's good. I'll take it.
Tastes like you didn't even wash these potatoes.
Wilbur takes a few bites. Slowly, like he eats slow.
Oh, that's like what you do when I cook for you, Scott.
He kind of nods a little bit as he's eating it, like politely. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, moving on.
You're like, shit. Thanks for nothing. What are we doing?
To you guys are here. You guys came here.
I'm asking.
All right.
What are we
So
doing?
early morning, before the sun's completely up there. I mean, it's dark. They're gonna be working around that time, but I mean, we can overpower a few dockmen if necessary. We find a ship just slightly, we just need something. It just has to be something small enough that we can get through.
Well, it needs to also fare well in the sea.
I mean,
can't
they're
just be like-
ships. I hope that they fare well in the sea. This is a port for transporting stuff, so this should all be stuff that's able to go out at least a few days. It shouldn't just
I
be
mean,
regular
you could
fishing
be
boats.
looking at a paddle boat for all I know. That's all I'm saying.
It's
Don't
not
get in
a
a canoe.
pedal boat. But
Yeah, I'm either gonna talk to Pabst Blue Ribbon. We're just gonna steal a ship.
I would like to at least talk to the guy. But
I'm gonna say it's now
I guess we
evening, like pretty late evening time for you guys where you are now.
we could vote on it.
Well, all we were supposed to do was tell him to pay, and it was on him to pay.
Yeah.
You know, so if we do what was asked and then
Like maliciously
steal the ship-
comply and be like, well, we did that, and so we took a shit.
right? We basically thought this was the deal.
It is there.
thought that we had to return with either the money or his corpse.
Yeah.
He didn't say when.
So we went to go look for the money in a ship.
You do know that Lewis Booker expects to be paid tomorrow
By the guy.
by the guy. Not by you.
It's
guys.
on the guy.
It's on the guy.
We could intimidate this guy, or I could potentially cast suggestion on him or something and make him just.
Wait. So what do we know about this guy, Pax?
He makes a shitty
He's
beer.
a fisherman.
He's a boatman and he needs to pay Lewis.
We need to
Booker.
figure out if he's important and if we need him alive, I guess. And I mean, see if we should pay him off or again just steal his boat.
What if
Sure.
we head down there and investigate while Dano and Wilbur sleep it off a little bit and tell them to meet us at dawn?
How about this? We sell Pax's boat and we steal another boat, give him the money from the sale.
Yeah, let's just.
I'll give you the $20.
What do you guys want to do?
You get the views.
Tell him that fucking devil has lost his hair and there's about to be hell to pay.
All right, we need to get serious. I think let's talk to Pax.
Yeah, I think we should at least we could talk to him, see what's what.
Talking to him doesn't mean we can't steal the boat later.
Right.
That is true.
All right. So let's wait an appropriate amount of time for Dano and Wilbur to sober up and then head to the dock.
Can't do it out
Look for this guy.
Okay.
Yep.
Sitting on a cock 'cause I'm gay.
Cancel.
Yeah, so you guys head down to the docks. The dockyard.
I've switched to more of like an aquatic look in my clothing before we
You
go.
wearing a fucking scuba suit?
An aquatic look. Are you one piece?
I'm going.
Like my pants are like pinstriped, but like white and blue. A little pirate poofy,
Okay.
like pantaloons looking, and
Pantaloons.
Gotcha.
I'm putting
So-
my nice clothes away because I almost got killed in them.
I'm wearing a
I'm
loose
back to
a
regular.
loose white blouse with like a vest over top of it.
And it's mostly like white and pinstriped.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm wearing a scarf in my hair.
cool. I'm gonna assume no other wardrobe changes are necessary.
I keep the exact same thing on all the time. Like,
I'm just
double
switching
check.
back to regular.
You switch back to regular clothes.
I
so-
dust myself off a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head towards the dockyard. You go down near the water. There's some. There's like a large open concrete area where there's a few fishermen around, merchants moving boxes on and off a couple ships. Some of the fishermen are like gutting fish and throwing them into like ice for sale. Some general maintenance of some of the sailing ships. You do see like every now and then a few folks dressed in all white. Not far off from the way Bessie's dressed.
Oh, that's funny.
You look like an idiot.
You see you guys are looking for, as you're looking for Pax Banks, you see like a fishing vessel, like a moderately sized one, and it says on the back of it, it's painted on, the name of the ship is Bankin' on Love, and there is a guy like coming down the ramp.
I'm gonna nudge Dano and just kind of point. Is that sufficient, or?
I think that's Pax's boat. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, I could get her out of here. Yeah, that's what you need. It's not a problem. And like, so there's like a kind of a dirty, like fisherman. He's kind of got an unkempt beard, like auburn beard, and just wearing like a tank top and slacks. He's like just like moving some ropes around and stuff on his ship.
All right, Trace, you do the talking.
Why am I doing talking?
Do you want me
'Cause
doing
you
the
don't.
talking?
no.
And Drace, you do the talking.
I'm gonna call him Paps.
You call out to Pax.
But yes.
You call out to him, and he kind of looks up over, like he's on a ship. He looks over at the edge of you guys, and then what is it? A quick check. He sees Bessie, who looks like she's part of the Soul Company in this moment.
Dummy.
No. Oh, great, Bessie.
And he just like kind of puts his arms up and like kind of stumbles over backwards, and it's just kind of like motioning like not you guys not to hurt him.
Oh, Paps Blue Ribbon over here. We're not here to hurt you.
It's like,
We're just here to deliver a message.
What message? What other message could you possibly send me?
This is actually
Wait.
just a happy coincidence. I really just made sure I looked at the part.
This actually is working. Wait, what message do you already have?
Well, I mean, she looks like she's with the Soul Company. I'm assuming you guys are all with the company. Maybe you guys are new because you're not
We're
all
not.
in uniform.
She's just an idiot. We're not with them.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
He says, "No good." He like kind of stands back. He's like, "You're not with them. How can I help you?"
I mean, we are here on sort of soul business by
He goes, "Oh God!"
proxy.
And he kind of backs away a little
Oh, we just settled him down.
bit. Please.
Wait, what business do they have with you before we say what we're gonna say?
He says, they just the Soul Company. They keep coming after us for like insurance that we don't need. They're attacking other fishermen. They need to be dealt with. I'm not much of a fighter. I can't do anything myself. The Arbiter is a lunatic.
So
Yep.
we can agree on that.
He literally
You
can
said
kill
you-
someone in the street and
you
get
owe
away with
him
it.
money.
Because no one will fuck with him.
Wait, so you don't owe him money?
Well, he says that I do, but I haven't bought anything from him. He says that I have to pay him, otherwise something bad could happen.
You should probably pay him.
How much do you need?
Well, he says that I owe him 5,000.
5,000.
I don't have any
Alright.
money. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What if?
Consider leaving town.
Have you considered?
This business is all I have.
What's your business?
My family's here.
It can come. How do you feel about the gods?
They suck.
I mean,
You.
I feel pretty good about the gods. Typhus has been pretty kind to me on the sea.
Oh yeah, we got a typhus worshiper. Sweet, that can help.
I'm gonna hand him a key.
A key? Okay.
Oh wait, are we on the ship? We're not on the ship.
I don't know. Up to you.
Can we say that we walked on the ship?
Yeah, there's a wooden
this...
ramp. You can walk up to the ship. Yeah.
All right, so I kneel down, or I guess I approach him slowly, and I hold out a key.
He says, "What's this?"
I say, on the other side of this port, there's a compound. Nobody's home. There's a lot of silver and famous, there's a lot of items in there that you could sell. So you can pay them off.
He says, "Are you talking about the Barton compound? You want me to steal from General Barton? Are you out of your
You're not
fucking
stealing from
mind?"
General. He's moving up. It's not actually stealing. You're doing him a favor. He is actually trying to relocate to High Reach. It's better. It's more lucrative for his work, and he's looking to, get rid of this stuff. You sell it, you pay off what you need to pay off, and then whatever else you make, you send up to.
Let's look at it this way. If it's just a made-up debt that came out of nowhere, then what's to stop him from just doubling it as soon as we pay it off? You know what I mean? So let's just not give him money.
He's like, "Oh God, double."
Right, exactly. Just come with us. You can just... Can we call you Jimmy?
It would be weird if you did.
It won't after a while.
Oh,
Are you sure? Like, that's not a nickname. Is your middle name Jimmy?
he's like, "I don't have a middle name." He takes the key. He's like, "Okay, so I can just take whatever I want." And yeah, I mean, I think in a few days I might be able to pay off the Arbiter. Should be good to go.
You gotta pay him tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
Still doing that.
You could.
It's already 9 o'clock. I'm supposed to pay him off by tomorrow. Oh God.
Where's your family? Your family.
They're at home. They're
How
at
quickly
home.
can you be ready? How quickly can you all be ready to leave and take us on the boat out of here?
We're going on the boat. We're going somewhere. You gonna come with me somewhere? You gonna protect
Well,
me?
like you're yeah, sure.
That or
I don't want to put his whole family at risk. That's not what we want.
His whole family is at risk.
We don't
No,
want
let's
their
not do
blood
that.
on our. But we don't want their blood on our name.
I mean, they're kind of involved at this point.
Yeah, consider this your arc, Pax. We're banking on Pax.
Yeah.
I can. If you give me an hour, I can get my wife and my son.
All right, you got an hour.
Wait, what's your son's name?
His name is Garrett.
Damn it.
Your wife?
My wife's name? She has a name, and it's a good one too. Her name's Lindsay.
Fine. Yes. Come with us.
You seem
to-
disappointed with my family's names. I'm sorry.
Do better.
Great.
Do better, Max.
Yeah, so we're leaving town, and we're giving you this wonderful opportunity. So you got an hour.
Take us. Take
Oh,
us. Where
God.
do you want to go?
Okay. He takes off. He sprints off.
All right, if he's not back within an hour, we're taking a ship.
I don't agree with taking him and his family. Like, if we take him,
Do you want to stay here and fight Booker?
no, I don't. But
Well, now Dano doesn't have to be sober.
He's like, that's a relief. I didn't plan on being anyway,
face it.
but
He fucking takes like vodka straight to the face.
now I don't have
Say
to.
that.
can we look through the ship?
You look through Pax's shit. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, is there anything of note in the ship?
There's a lot of fishing equipment and like nets and stuff. And there's nothing like significant. Like, what are you looking for exactly?
I guess just to make sure that there isn't anything of importance.
Question: how is the actual
There's
like
some
harbor situation going? So, are boats easily able to get out? Does it seem like there's some kind of blockade? What is the situation at the harbor here in terms of like boats coming in and or out?
So you don't see like a blockade or anything. It seems like if he wanted to leave, he could. I mean, it's a medium-sized fishing vessel, so like it's it's meant to go out to
Having
sea.
like the 9 of us is gonna be a bit cramped, but it's
Yeah.
a 5, 6, 7, and then 3 of them. So yeah, it'll be a little tight, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. But yeah, there's no blockade or anything like that.
I think if you leave him here, he gets killed by your buddy.
What other ships are in the dock?
There's a bunch of other fishing vessels.
Are there any unattended?
Yeah, there's some that are unattended. Yeah, sure.
What are the names of the closest unattended fishing vessels closest to it?
Definitely.
Just the closest. Just the closest.
Just one other one that I definitely.
Yeah,
have
the one
read.
Yeah. I can hardly see it. It's dark out. I think I can just make it out. It says
It says. There's one that says the Pillager, and that looks more like a merchant ship.
interesting.
It is like a more intimidating name than the ship. Doesn't look that intimidating, so it's kind of.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Ooh, the Pillager. Cool. Not as punny as I was hoping, but it'll do. It was a little more disappointing than Lindsay and Garrett, I'd say.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we wait the hour.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can wait.
Is there anything we think we should be doing in that time at this dock before?
You could be fishing.
That's what you. There's some like people that are clearly with the Soul Company, kind of walking back and forth, but they're just kind of like seems like patrolling, kind of just keeping an eye on things. And there are some merchants just doing their normal business. So,
Not to screw us over, but it's not weird looking that Bessie looks like a soul agent and she's not doing her job, or they can tell that she just is dressed similarly.
I think they can tell that it's just like they don't.
Yeah. Ah,
recognize her.
she must be a fan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there any that are kind of like nodding off or being lazy or anything of the Soul Company?
Nodding off. Let's see. Let me roll. I'm gonna roll for it.
Nodding off.
Yeah, you see, you see one guy just kind of like sitting against a barrel on the concrete pad, like where in the marina.
Alright, so guys, hear me out. What if we killed this guy, and then I cast illusory disguise on him to make him look kind of like Pax, and then have them be like, hey, tell your boy that we got him, and then I don't know, we'll dispose of him in the ocean.
This feels familiar.
We'll dispose of him in the ocean because it only lasts an hour, but other people will see the body and be like, yep, they got Pax.
Until someone sees Pax and then realizes he's not God.
We'll do it right before we leave. Pax can hide under the ship, like in the ship.
Oh, so you're just saying to do that in addition to what we're about to do?
Yeah.
And your plan for murdering this guy on a busy port?
Very discreetly.
You're just gonna almost like an ability without having to fight him.
Just like someone with a good sneak, like go slit his throat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, jeez, easy peasy.
So yeah, we all have that skill. Roll.
So I will say
I can cast illusory disguise, and then we can kill him, and then put on a show, and people will be like, yeah, we saw them kill Pax. I don't know, it's just a thought.
What happens when Pax comes back in the middle of it? And then...
Did you not hear me? I said when he returns, he'll hide. And then I'll cast illusory disguise on the guy, and then we'll make a big to-do about killing him.
Illusory disguise, not to throw a wrench in this, but does not allow you to impersonate a specific individual. Unless you are casting it, you're upcasting it, but I don't know if you have that.
I don't have it
That's
heightened.
a 7th level. That's a 7th level spell to do it that way.
Yeah.
I don't have it heightened to do that.
Damn, you stink.
I'm gonna
That
look
sucks.
for a guy that looks pretty close to him already and then cast it so that it looks more like him.
Yeah, there's some fishermen.
It's dark out.
There's some fishermen around that kind of look.
Wait. I feel like we're overthinking this. If the only thing we really have to do, the only thing that you want to do is to make it look like we killed somebody that looks somewhat like that, wouldn't it make just as much sense for you to just do illusory disguise on yourself? We throw you overboard, and then he never surfaces again because he'll be you when you come somewhere else.
I mean, I gesture towards my body. I look nothing like the guy.
Illusory disguise, we'll be fine. Or we could just have Drace. You can swim, right?
Sure.
Turn
You
the
okay,
water
yeah?
into ice.
I will say that Drace is the one that looks the most similar to Pax.
Damn it. Why would you do this to me?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cast it on you. Does anyone have a gun?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna shoot it at him. You're gonna pretend to get hit, fall into the water, and then swim to the other side of the boat undetected. Do you have good stealth?
It's okay.
And again, we're doing this so it looks like Pax is. This all sounds like it. We don't have to do it.
I mean, I'm just trying not to further piss off Lewis.
He's gonna be pissed regardless.
Yeah, it's just money he doesn't have. I mean, you think he's gonna be like, oh, he's dead. We're good. I mean, that'll be. It's a band-aid.
Also, isn't our plan
I think we all know that he knew he wasn't getting that money from this guy.
100%. He wanted us to kill him. He does that.
Someone else killed him, or he was going to do it?
But if we do that, then we'll essentially be working for him. We'll have already proven that he's in charge. It's a whole power play thing, and he really gets off on it. So,
Alright, you know what? Yeah, fuck him. Let's just go.
fuck him.
Oh, I had already started to change.
I can still shoot you if you want. It's not.
You can you can still dive in if you want.
We're 86ing the plan.
Fine.
So you see, you guys are talking about this plan, thinking about it. In the meantime, Pax comes back with his wife and his son, who looks about 10 to 12 years old, in tow.
Oh, this
Hey guys, we're going on an adventure. So, a vest or shove off or whatever,
Fingers.
whatever everyone says.
I say, hey Garrett, you like pussy? Meet Levlin.
He says, I do like a good pussy. This seems like a really nice one. So he's petting.
Man,
What did you do?
Levlin's back is arching just slightly.
He scritches
It's
like a
Levlin. Stop. Stop.
This is about the nicest pussy I've ever seen.
Well, you stroke it just like that, and you'll get all the pussy you can ask for.
And we gotta be careful out
Anyway.
at sea with the pussy because it might get a little wet out there. So,
Anyway,
All right, guys.
We're-
yeah, like
let's
Continue this.
get going before Booker comes looking for you. So,
yeah. So you guys get on there and like you see Dano helps kind of untether the ship, and Pax is able to steer it as you guys begin to leave Sunrise Port. You guys head out into the open water, out towards the meeting place that the spirits made you aware of. Will take a couple days travel to get there, but I think that's where we're gonna end it for now. You guys head out
like
onto
it.
the
Cool.
open water.
Ooh,
thanks for running. That was a fun sesh.
the good session.
No problem whatsoever.
Session.
Have we officially hit level 8 then, or?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and level up. Let's level up as we go out.
Nice. How much should I do that for next time?
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that session was going to go, so I wanted to have a level prepared just in case things went differently. But
Yeah, we would have
Literally,
won.
I think
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, math-wise, we probably would have died, but we would have been fine.
We'd have figured it out.
indeed.
The fact that like 6 more people were coming, I think we would have been in trouble.
And who's
Hold
to
the door.
say how many more times that would have happened? You know.
All we would have to
Right.
do is close the door, and we'd be fine.
Hold the door.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's if I can
Clearly,
pinch,
none of them also will come in.
pinch the gap, man. That's
How
all
about
you
you're
gotta do.
welcome, Bessie, for giving a piece of yourself to save us all.
You dealt with spirits, and I can't forgive that.
Took away my best attack ever. Great. Levlin hates you. Just kidding. Thank you, Bessie, for making a decision for all of us.
Oh, Bessie.
I think it was for the best. For the bestie.
Bessie.
Alright, guys. Well, we're gonna end it there.
Yeah.